1999, 90 members of the European Union decided to adopt a single currency, the euro. This meant that now states share the currency and were therefore more prominent to help each other in times of crisis. This looks just amazing. Problem is, it remained an unfinished project. The introduction of the euro is in fact only partially integrated. In order for the project to be fully efficient, it requires a unitary fiscal policy. But wait a moment, what is a fiscal policy? Fiscal policy is used to correct fluctuations in the economy by determining the way in which the central government earns money through taxation and how it spends money. This means that if the economy has grown too much, the government will cut spending and raise taxes. The idea behind this is that if people have less money to spend, they will not consume, thus stabilizing the economy again. If instead the economy is slowed down too much, the government lowers taxes and increases government spending in, for example, health, education, or social services. In practice, the workers are provided with more disposable income, meaning money, and by consuming more, they boost up the economy as well. But how does this relate to the euro? And why can states just keep on lending money in times of crisis? Let's take the example of Greece and Germany. The very positive aspect of fiscal policy is that governments can direct spending towards specific projects, sectors, or regions to stimulate the economy where it is perceived to be needed the most, which results very useful in times of crisis. When countries find themselves in need, they usually inflate their way out of debt, meaning that by printing more money, they are able to stabilize the economy again. Public debt is in fact not necessarily a bad thing for countries, since they could easily get out of debt crisis by devaluing their currency, which is what we explained in our previous video. However, when the euro was created without a unified fiscal policy, states integrated the new currency but surrendered the power of printing new money to the European Central Bank.
Within our mandate, the ECB is ready to do whatever it takes to preserve the euro.
States are therefore now required to ask permission before being able to print more money. If European member states are facing a crisis, it is not an option for them to devalue the euro, and they instead ask for loans from other countries. A loan, however, is something very different, since the member state will have to give that money back. It is not gifted. This led Europe in 2011 into the sovereign debt crisis, where countries like Greece were dangerously close to risking fiscal default. To try and rescue Greece, richer member states lent money to its government. However, the loan was spent irresponsibly, which resulted in the accumulation of an unsustainable debt. Thus, an aligned setting of fiscal and monetary policy will bring towards an aligned economical strategy and set common interests that will prevent countries from going default. Feel more interested in aligned fiscal policy now? No worries, very soon a coming video on a hypothetical scenario. Want more? Don't forget to check out our social media for new content.